welcome to the channel. Hope you're having a great day. I figured I'd put the camera on this side today to change things up a little bit. Also, I'm not using my computer upstairs. I'm running it all right here. So hopefully it'll all work out good. That way I can just, check all my levels, watch all my stuff, make sure everything's going good. Well, alright, so, anyway, so what I did last week is I hooked up my internet cable, got this one going, and the internet wasn't working. Alright, there we go. Just making sure we're good. Okay, so yeah, I hooked up the cable, and usually when it comes to computers and all that stuff, the cables 9 times out of 10 are the problem. But when I put another cable onto this, it was still showing the same problems. So what I did is I went into my network settings and I disabled my Ethernet and then re-enabled it, and everything worked. And then with the audio, I installed new drivers and updated them all. So hopefully everything should be working pretty good. Alright, now that we got that out of the way. My phone closed, sorry. Something had to go wrong. Got all my notes on here. There we go. Alright, so anyway, I figured I'd do some hand sanding, get this hand sanded. Jeremy from Simple Little Life was talking about this new 3M. It's stretchy and it's supposed to last up. It's stretchier and it's supposed to last up to 15 times longer. So we'll give it a shot and see how it is. I got some 220 and some 320. But since this is almost done and my karambit's almost done, since this is almost done and the chopper's basically done, it's time for some new projects. Here's what I started today. I wanted to do 2 karambits, but as you can see, this doesn't fit on there. Because since this is 1095, I want to do the same thing I did that wanted to start last time, but I used that shiny metal where I'm going to put hamons on both of them, but I'm not going to grind the bevels on one to see if it makes a difference. So this should be fun. Alright, so let's get to hand sanding, which brings up my first topic. Self-reflection and things I need to work on. The main thing I need to work on in my knife making is hand sanding. It's one thing I hate doing and never seem to do, and man, it's just, I do anything I can to avoid it. So, it's one thing I got to start doing. Excuse me. Yeah, I like this stuff, how, you can stretch it and flex it. It works nice. Yeah, I dig it. I don't know about 15 times longer, but it does seem to work. Since I did this up to like 120 on the belt, I don't think I'll need that much. I can start at 220 and it should be fine. I'll just get it all worked out and get all the little imperfections out and get everything looking smooth. I do like the fact that you can stretch it over. Yeah, that's nice. Whew. Alright. which brings up another topic. Once I start getting into finishing and hand sanding and all that, there's one thing. If I could tell myself one thing when I was younger, it would be skill versus networking. Now, you could have all the skills in the world and be the best in the world, but if no one sees it, in reality, it doesn't really matter. It's a harsh reality and it sucks, but that's how things go. Stalking Wolf, hey, what's up? I need to remember to look in the chat. Hey, welcome to the live stream. Appreciate it. Yeah, so not only do you have to work on your skills of whatever you're interested in or your hobby or what you want to achieve in life, you've also got to learn how to network that, which is something, I've always been horrible at. And, thank God for the internet, because if not, I'd still be making knives in my room and no one would know about it, or putting out, I made a bunch of albums and a bunch of music, but no one ever heard it because I didn't know how to put it out there or get someone to put it out there. So that would be one thing I would tell my younger self. Learn how to network and learn how to, learn how to talk to people and better yourself and, mingle with people and use, the thing is you can't use people to get where you want. You have to do it honestly. You have to, not only want to, make connections, but you have to have something to offer, Don't just do it so you can get ahead. I see a lot of people are like, oh, well, take this shortcut, do this and this, to try to get ahead. Why live your life that way? I mean, I see a lot of people do it where it's like, oh, as long as I get this one, as long as I get ahead today, it doesn't matter what happens tomorrow. And I've seen that happen with a lot of things. And, I just don't understand it because I just can't be that way. My parents brought me up to, treat everyone good and equal and, always treat people how you want them to treat you and stuff like that. But yeah, get out there, skill is important, but getting it out there and figuring out how to get your stuff seen is even better, It used to drive me crazy in music. I'd see these guys that, they were okay musicians. Nothing special. But man, they'd have all these people coming to their shows and they'd have all these albums and all these people like, oh man, their stuff's the best. And I used to get jealous, but I wasn't jealous about the music they made. I was jealous about all the people coming to see them and all the stuff that happened. So, that's one, jealousy is a big thing to overcome when you see people succeeding and you're like introverted and you can't do it. But people always want what someone else has. And, that saying, you can do anything you put your mind to? I was having this thought. You can do anything you put your time to is what it should be. Because really, my philosophy lately in life has been, talent or skill. Skill is only 5% talent and 150% work. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you're not working towards it, you're not going to progress. So you need talent and you need, a little bit of inspiration and all that. But what you need more is the drive to do it. Hard work, I've said this before. I used to think hard work means, oh, you just go 9 to 5 and you do your job and then that's it. It's over. Hard work is, man, hard work is doing this for 4 or 5 hours and then, editing for 4 or 5 hours and then trying to work on thumbnails for 2 hours and this and that. And man, it's like you never have a break, or working on the music then for 3 or 4 hours. And that's my big problem now, is trying to figure out how to schedule things. You know, I want to play drums and music this little section, and work on knives this section, and edit this section, and put up videos, and man, but I'm trying. It's like, okay, I'll just do it here, do it there, and I don't have any schedule, which, you know, that's one thing I've got to learn how to do is schedule my time. I'm really, really bad at it. Hey, thank you.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Yep.
See you later.
Have a good one. That was my mom's church group. They came and cut all the bushes and helped clean up and stuff. So, yeah, it's really awesome. Because my parents, you know, my dad volunteered everywhere and did work for everyone and did all kinds of stuff. So, it's cool that they come and help. They actually came and cleaned up this basement last year so I could have more tools and stuff. So, it's pretty awesome. And that's what I was talking about earlier. When you help people, you'll find people want to help you too. You know, when you're trying to do everything for yourself and don't care about other people, people see that. And, you know, you might get ahead in here and there in little steps, but, you know, you're going to have to pay more for it. Or you're going to, you know, it's just not a good thing. You know, help people, not because you have to, but just because it makes you feel better, you know. My mom used to always say when I'd be like depressed and sulking, she'd be like, get out of yourself. Go volunteer at a hospital. Then you can see people with real problems. So, I never did it, but I should. All right. Oh, so yeah, now that I'm doing all this live streaming here, wow. Hey, what's up, Steve? I'm not even checking all the live stream. I'm sitting here talking to myself again. Been working with 51 quarter-inch quench 2 times. You know, if you got a good quench the first time, you know, if it's hard in the first time, I don't know why you'd have to do it 2 or 3 more times. It doesn't make sense. I mean, I guess it could. I don't really see the benefits. Maybe there are. My only advice, if you want to see if it works better for you, try it. I mean, because I might do it and I might quench stuff 3 or 4 times and it works great, and then you try it and it not work. So, but yeah, I mean, but a good temper in a regular oven, yeah, I temper all my stuff in a little toaster oven, so, and it works just fine. Now, some stainless need to be at like a 900 degree and all that stuff. Steve Miller, man. Anyone, if you guys want to check out a good channel and a good dude, go check out Steve Miller, man. He's the one that taught me a lot of stuff. In fact, a lot of times if I'm getting down or something and, you know, things just aren't working out, he'll always have an awesome comment to be like, yeah, man, you know, do this or do that. And, man, I can't even count the number of times he's helped me out. So, good dude. Go check his channel out. Alright. So, this laptop seems to be working pretty good for the live stream. But, I was looking at a refurbished one that has a little bit higher specs, because this is older, and I think it was having problems, and it seems to be running good, but, yeah, I'm not looking to get a refurbished computer, because, man, you can get them for like half price, and you can also usually get like a 2-year warranty, so you get a killer brand new computer, you know, for cheaper. I've done it with a few of them. Most of my desktops I build, you know. I don't buy the store brands. I build, you know, because I know how to build computers. And like I've upgraded this one and put an SSD in it. One thing, if you buy a computer from a store, any computer, laptop, take out the hard drive, copy it over, and buy like a Samsung SSD. If you buy a new computer, buy the NVMe SSDs. They're real easy to do. And you could take an old laptop, put an SSD in it, and it'll make it like 10 times faster. And I'm not even BSing you about that. trying to keep it family friendly here. I do like this new sandpaper, man. It seems to be actually holding up. I've only used this much, and I've been sanding all this. My phone keeps going out. Oh, there we go. So, yeah, the Skillverse networking I got to. My last stream. Let's see. Oh, so here comes the show part. My affiliate links. I signed up with Amazon. So if you want to buy anything like the camera I use or, tripods, I got some knife making stuff, some belts in there, some like 1, 2, 3 blocks, because I'm always talking about 1, 2, 3 blocks. You can't twist. If you're going to buy that and you go through my Amazon affiliate, I'll get a little kickback. So I really appreciate that. And shirts are down there. I've actually sold out of most of my knives, so I got to get cracking and get some of these knives finished and get them up on the site. So I'm actually doing a lot better than I thought. So it just takes time. And that's another thing that I'm learning. Slow and steady. I've always been the kind of person that wants everything right here, right now. Now. And that's why it was killing me to finish this knife and the other knife because I wanted to start new projects, But I just stuck with it, and these actually turned out pretty nice. So, yeah. Check out the links down below. I might, and if you're new here, then, there should be, where is it? There should be a link up here to like old videos if you want to go watch some older videos. I got some old knife making videos and the playlist you can watch from before. So another exciting thing, now that I got all the shilling out, and is my face red? I just shaved. Man, one thing, when I shave, my whole face breaks out. So I was trying to make sure it calmed down, but I can't see it. If I look here, I see here. So anyway, when I went to return my camcorder, because to get this DSLR, I was gonna trade in because my camcorder wasn't working, and they're like, "Oh, we can't do the warranty because it hasn't been a year, so you got to send it back to the manufacturer." And I looked up on Amazon when I bought it. I bought it September 29th, which means I've been doing videos now for a year. Now, there were videos, I've been doing videos like my music and all that for a long time, and there was a couple that I did on my phone, but I've been doing like serious YouTube videos for the year, which is awesome, because if you go back and watch the whole last year, man, it's like leaps and bounds. Like the first few videos, I didn't even speak. It's just music and me writing down sentences of what I wanted to say because I was too afraid to talk on camera. And then I progressed to like voiceovers where I do all the things and then I just speak over. And then I finally got the confidence to start doing it like this. But those are real bad too because my music is so loud. You hear me yelling and screaming while I'm trying to talk. So you can see the music progressively get lower and lower as my talking gets higher and higher. It's pretty funny. And then as I got the DSLR, I started trying to learn editing and all that. And you can see like my slow motion and my B-roll and all that. So, man, even if you don't want to, some people don't have the desire to put out YouTube videos and all that. If you're making something or doing something or have a hobby, you got to record it. And at first you'll be like, oh, this is dumb. No one wants to watch it. But you know what? You'll want to watch it. In a year's time, you'll want to go back and be like, oh my God, look how horrible that was. What was I thinking? But it's just like knife making, like anything. To see your progression is amazing. It's funny because I look over here at the screen and I see what I just said a second ago because there's a delay. Oh, man. I actually like this sandpaper. It seems to be working pretty good. I've only used this one sheet, so maybe it does work 15 times better. My phone would stop going out. I think I've actually hit most of my topics. Uh, Now I put down here work in education history. Um, you know, to be honest, in school, I got like all A's and B's, but I was a major cut up. Cause I'm very hyperactive, but I always want to learn. I'm always very intrigued by learning and finding new stuff. So in school, you know, subjects and stuff came easy to me, but teachers hated me because I didn't have to do homework and I'd get A's and B's. And I hear so many times, well, don't you think you should help out the other kids? It's like, well, I'm not the teacher. Why should I be helping out other kids? Or, stop interrupting my class because, there are kids here that actually want to learn. I even had a math teacher that kicked me out the third semester and was like, get out of my class. You just come back and take the final, and whatever you get on the final, that will be your grade, thinking I'd get an F. I came back the last day. I almost forgot. I came back the last day, took the test, got like a 97. Man, she was livid. She had to give me a 97. But, I wasn't in her class anymore. So, but then, I got too outrageous and actually got kicked out of school because I wanted to do it my way. And my way, I don't need anyone else to tell me what to do. I can do it myself. And, yeah. So I got kicked out of school and, just did nothing. Tried to go to night school here and there. But then got my GED, and that's when I moved to Virginia Beach and, got my degree as a computer tech, which, I got all A's and B's there too. But Mom always used to joke on me that I got my degree in surfing. The only problem with down there is there really weren't too many jobs. In fact, the first couple of days of school, he's like, when you graduate, they'll probably send you to D.C. I'm like, D.C., that's where I'm from, So yeah, I came back here for work. And, but being introverted, and this goes back to the whole skills and networking thing, finding a job, I just wasn't that, I made excuses. Honestly, I just made excuses. Because I was too scared to go out and find a job. Now once I got the job, I worked probably harder than anyone. In fact, even said on my resume, and my friend joked on this, that I don't mind doing jobs that other people will think is remedial. Which, if I'm standing, the one thing that always gets on my nerves when I'm working is people saying, oh, that's not my job. That's not my job. You do it. That's not my job. And that used to drive me crazy. I worked for a carpenter. He's actually he was like my bigger brother. He's the guy I actually made the 5160 chopper for. And, he was like my bigger brother. And, so he gave me a job. But, from one year I went from like $12 an hour to like $17 an hour. Hey, Aaron. How's it going? Glad to see you here. I gotta remember to keep looking at the chat. I'm not used to people being here. It's so awesome. I really appreciate you guys being here. Thanks. So anyway, yeah, he hired me and I became a carpenter. But I've also worked, landscaping. When I was down in Virginia Beach, I ran like irrigation systems because down there it's so dry and everything that they need sprinkler systems everywhere. Well, my roommate was my boss, and I showed him how to, reinvent his whole system. Because he used to just, do it randomly. I was like, no, you take tape, you number everything off, and you set it up like this, boom, 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 boom. That way, this section's here, and then you just make one connection, and, you got it. But anyway, when I was working as a carpenter, something would happen, say, with the plumbing. And I was the plumbing assistant, so I'd go fix the plumbing. Now, that wasn't my job. But taking pride in the work I do, that's my job. I don't care what my title is. My job is if I'm here working, anything around me is my job because I want this to look the best. And that's what Greg taught me. The guy, man, he was a stickler for perfect work. And, it pays off. You can take pride. We built houses, we remodeled, did all kinds of stuff. So, yeah. So anyway, yeah, that's how I became a carpenter. And I just did that for years. And, I've been a musician the whole time with my own bands and all that. And in 96, that's when the guitars died on me and I quit music for like 15 years. My whole life, all I cared about was making music and being a musician. And then my best friend, and like he was in every band we were in, like every band together. And he died and I just quit. No music, 15 years. I didn't even touch a guitar or anything. Well, no, I take that back. I did sing for a punk band, but, I didn't write any of the lyrics or anything. I just picked up the mic and screamed into it. So, life has a weird way of being like, hey, this is what you're going to do. Whether you like it or not. So, you might think everything's going perfect and you have the perfect life, but, life will show you, hey, I got a different plan for you. Like if you would have told me 3 years ago I'm going to be a knife maker, I would have laughed at you and been like, I don't even own knives. The knives, I bought knives like this because I thought they were cool, Little cheap Chinese knives, that's it. Kersaws and all that. I didn't know anything about custom knives, but now here I am. YouTube? No way. I wouldn't have thought in a million years I'd be doing stuff like this. So, life has a weird way of putting you in a different direction, showing you how it should be. I think I do like this sandpaper. It's definitely more expensive, but it does seem to last a lot longer too. And I like the stretchiness of it. But yeah, so after 96, when my guitarist died, I went back. I still worked as a carpenter and stuff, but I didn't even have ambitions or nothing. In fact, in 2008, by the time my arm got all messed up, and, well, no, take that back. In 2014, when my heart got all messed up, and they told me I had to have open heart surgery, and, there was a big chance that I could die, I was almost like, okay. I wasn't even scared or nothing. It was like, I accepted that I was going to die, or I could die, And then after I got out of surgery, it was like, time to get life straight, man, I'm one of those dudes that you hear, oh, I didn't live till I was 40. Now, I lived. I had a crazy life, but I didn't live. I just was wild, crazy, and just did stupid stuff, that just got me nowhere. But now I'm trying, and that's all I want to do is just keep trying, keep learning, I get a DSLR camera. I want to learn everything about photography now. My shots and my photos are horrible at first, but you got to learn. Just like this live streaming. 3 weeks ago, I put my tail between my legs and ran off in 10 minutes. And now I'm sitting here and you can't get me to shut up. So that's another thing. If you ever see me out, anywhere, and I seem standoffish, it's because I am. But don't take that personal. If you come up to me, I'll be the nicest guy in the world. I'm bad at initiating. My mom, she was the complete opposite. She would talk to everybody. she's the only person I know that Mormons would be like, okay, we gotta go, you know, because she out-talked the Mormons. You know, we'd be in a shopping center or something, and I would tell people, you just have to walk away because she's not going to stop talking to you, you know. But now she can't talk at all. You know, ever since her stroke, she can't speak. And it's the most ironic, crazy thing I've ever heard. The person that talks more than anyone I've ever known. She'd call to pay for a bill, and she'd be on the phone an hour later. I'd be like, who are you talking to? She's like, oh, I'm still paying this bill. But she would get things, and she would help people. And, you know, as selfish and self-centered as I, you know, am, to be honest, you know, I am very narcissistic, you know. I'm always thinking, how can I make myself better? And it's one thing I've been working on. But the helping other people, that's not something I work on because, you know, I really get enjoyment. It's almost a twisted way where I get enjoyment helping other people. So it's kind of for me, which sounds messed up, but I don't know. But my parents, both my dad and mom, they would go out of their way to help people. I mean, to the point where I would get mad because people would start taking advantage of them. And it would drive me crazy. Winolo TV. Best way to get rid of rust. Oh, man. Sandpaper? Grinder? I mean, that's, you know, rust is something it's an oxidized layer, so you got to take that whole top layer off. You know, that's where rust comes from, oxidizing, you know. So, yeah. Grind it off, sand it off, whatever you can do. Ah, man, it's great to see all the people talking and stuff. But this is where the narcissism comes in, because I'm sitting here talking to the camera, and I'm barely even looking over here at the chat. So, see, these are the little things, like, I never even realized I was, like, obsessive compulsive until my friends started pointing out little things. And the more he started pointing out, the more I realized I can't let things go. And, like, like doing this 3-piece handle. He's like, why don't you just glue all 3 pieces together and then put it on there and then work it? No, I had to cut 2 pieces together and do everything little intricate because I only can do things one way, one focused way, you know. There might be easier ways, but I can't do it the easier way because I have to do it the way my mind wants to process it. So, yeah, I'm very OCD when it comes to stuff. So, let's see. Man, it's been 35 minutes. So I think that's about it on this one. Sitting here talking your ear off. But I really appreciate everyone coming by. Maybe I should put the camera over there so I can look or put... I'll get this all figured out one day. I just thought it'd be cool to kind of have the camera sitting over here. But then, because see, if I set the camera over there so I'm looking at the TV, instead of talking to the camera, I'll be looking at the TV the whole time. So, alright, so that's about it. I'll say it probably 2 or 3 more times and then start talking. Alright, so go check out the links below. You know, click on all that. Go watch some old videos. I hope you're having a great time. I hope this was worth it. I hope I shared some insights, maybe, you know, maybe a little rant and raving here and there, but, yeah. See, that's another thing. If I didn't edit, all you would hear is but, and pauses, and so, alright. Man, in my videos, I cut them out. Cut. I don't even have to hear them. I can just see them. Cut. Alright. So please like. Please comment. Let me know what you want to hear. If you got any ideas for next week. Any of that. And I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have I hope the rest of your weekend is great. And as always, take it easy.